Right. So I'm Tony Collier. I play hooker, sometimes number 6. I'm a straight man. Pronouns him, his, he. My outlaw number is 64, and today we are talking to the fabulous Fab.
Hi. So my name's Fab, as told. I just play. I think I play in the back wherever there's space. My outlaw's number is 143. I'm gay, and I use the pronouns he, him, his.
Yep. Right. So we'll just go through the questions now, Fab.
Yeah.
There's nothing too serious about it, mate. So you can just chill, have your drink. Right. First question. What comes to mind when you think of sort of LGBT spaces or groups, that sort of thing? You know, such as the Boston or anything really to do with the community.
There should be somewhere that is like safe, accepting of like anything. Obviously, you know, with not like racism, but accepting of everything. Like a fun and friendly space, just somewhere that people that don't usually fit in can feel like they fit in. That's how I would view it.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to elaborate. Just somewhere, a safe space is a good way to describe it.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. Next question, mate. So, when you think of a traditional rugby club, what sort of images come to mind?
Meatheads is how, but they've got quite a bad rep, really.
Yeah.
What I grew up thinking about them was just people that weren't very nice.
Yeah.
But then I played football and they were worse. So then I figured, well, rugby, I'll give it another go. But yeah, I think people don't really have the greatest image sometimes. Depends on where they grew up, I think. If they did it as a kid, they seem to love it. And if they've never done it as a kid, they just seem to think they're just angry, big-headed people.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yep. So I'll move on to the next one, mate. So what before you come there, what do you think a gay inclusive rugby club would be like?
I was a bit unsure, to be honest, because my friend put me in touch with someone and it was just kind of all a bit word of mouth. And I was a bit like, I wasn't really sure which way it was going to go. Because obviously you've got the stereotype that it'll be like pervy. And then also you've got the meathead side of it. So it's really, my mind was going from people that are going to be really annoying or people that are really pervy.
Yeah.
And it's like neither, but I just, when you don't know, my mind was just swinging between those two. And I was a bit apprehensive.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. So has the Outlaws changed your view of sort of rugby clubs, sort of teams and...
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
People are nice. I always used to think like the worst of people. I mean, I still am quite skeptical, but they made me realise that people are actually quite nice and genuine. And some people might look like one way, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I think I was pleasantly surprised with how nice everyone was, and like 99% of the experiences have all been good ones. Good. So I think that's a pretty good statistic.
Now, do you think that fits in with the LGBT community, the sort of rugby side of it and teams? And
I think it fits in really well. Like, it's somewhere that you're safe and you're accepted, and it doesn't really matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you know, because even when you go to like a gay bar, sometimes if there's a drag queen, they'll say something, and you might not know what they're on about. Like, I can't think of the phrase, but like a term. Yeah. And it's the same thing, but no one really matters. It doesn't really matter at rugby or wherever you are. So it kind of is the same thing. It's just rather than it being a bar, it's just a sport. I don't even like sports, but I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It fits all the boxes like it should do. It feels like a safe space, and you're going to get people that you don't get on with wherever you go. But it's less about who you like to kiss. It's just less. You just don't get on with everyone. There's no big drama.
Yeah, no, that's good. Have you had much playing experience? That's all. Before you come to the Outlaws?
No, like a few, and PE at school.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to an old school friend so long ago on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you used to always run away when the ball came towards you." So he's like, "I can't believe you actually play for a team." And I was like, "Well, me playing for a team is quite a strong phrase, but I guess that is what I do. But I wouldn't put that on my CV." So,
well, you are part of a team, so.
well, yeah, exactly. But it's just so not what I would expect me to be doing. So I had no experience, no, really, especially not since I turned that's like 10 years at least, 14, 20, yeah. So no experience really.
That's good. And I don't know if you can remember, but thinking back, how did you feel sort of before your first training session?
I was really nervous. I texted all the group chat and was like, may never come back. You never know. But I think I had arranged to meet. I text Chappers beforehand and said, I'll meet you there. But then I don't think Chappers was actually there. Something happened and he wasn't there. But I was really nervous, but it was fine. Everyone was really nice.
Yeah.
I can't remember the first person I spoke to, but I just was like, well, I'm here now. I'll just, go along with it.
That's good,
It's
man.
fun.
So, how did you feel after the first session? How did you feel?
I still felt like
not just physically pain, but.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that, but also I still didn't. I was like, I don't know if I know any of the terminology or anything that's going on, but I had a good time. Yeah, I felt it was good. I remember. Well, I've come back, so I think that's how.
Yeah.
If I hated it, I wouldn't have come back.
That's good. That's good. So along them lines, what sort of advice would you give to a new member or someone out there who might be watching this, thinking about getting involved?
I think just bite the bullet. It's not as bad of a bullet as you make it out to be. It's not as weird as people think it is. People are nice. It's not that pervy or meathead. It's not any of that. It's just normal. It's just a normal club with normal people who don't fit in anywhere else anyway. So yeah, no one really fits in, but we all work because none of us fit in. So that's what makes it work. So I would just say I've said to people before, I can't explain it all. Just come down and you'll see what I'm talking about. It makes so much more sense once you're there.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be.
No, definitely not. Right, we need to finish, mate. Not long.
Okay.
So, if you could describe the Outlaws in up to 3 words, what would they be? I found this a toughie. I did.
3 words. The first one that came to mind straight away was loud, but fun. That's the second one.
Yeah.
And inclusive. I'm really bad and I'm still accepted. So that is inclusive. Yes, in the truest form.
That's very good. Right, so I'd say this is all over for me, Fab, and I'm just quite excited to see who you're going to pass it on to next.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you for watching the interview with an outlaw. If you like what you saw, please click like. And if this is the first time you're here, why not hit subscribe for more from our channel? We release 5 every Friday, so let's see who will pass it on next.